never wanted to become a doctor actually, because I don't come from a family of doctors. We think that becoming a doctor requires lots of financial commitment, but that is not true if you secure a merit seat in a government college. NEET is one of the toughest exams in our country. This is my personal opinion, and I think it is true. 3 years back, I had a life-ending, near-death experience. Those last moments when I thought, ki, have I lived a great life? So I only had one regret. I feel after marriage, my life has become more beautiful. Like first I was alone. If I was single, I would have done this skydiving alone. But now I had a partner with me who did it with me. Like, I can be a good wife and I can be a good doctor. I can be a good mother. I can be a beauty pageant winner. I can do everything together, and this is possible. I can cook, I can dance, I can love my husband, I can work as a doctor. Everything is possible.
Welcome to MissMinds, a podcast that celebrates depth, resilience, and the quiet power of lived experience. Every voice here matters, and today's episode is no exception. Today we have with us Dr. Garima Chauhan, a dedicated medical professional who seamlessly blends her medical expertise with a passion for empowerment and self expression. Her multifaceted journey showcases a commitment to both professional excellence and personal growth, an epitome of strength. Even after going through a life threatening accident, she went right ahead to complete her Mount Everest Base Camp. So let us know from her mouth itself how her experience was. Dr. Garima Chauhan, welcome to our show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
So before we move ahead, since I've mentioned it so many times, Dr. Garima, tell us about your experience as the first doctor in your family. What inspired you to be a doctor, and was it something that you always wanted?
So I think my answer is it will be very difficult for everybody to digest, because I never wanted to become a doctor actually, because I don't come from a family of doctors. And in India, especially if you are a general category student, if you don't have any reservation or you belong to a middle class family. My mother is a BMC school teacher, my father is doing his 9 to 5 job. So even thinking about becoming a doctor is like going out of your comfort zone, because we think that becoming a doctor requires lots of financial commitment, but that is not true if you secure a merit seat in a government college. So being a doctor was never my plan. I always wanted to become an actress. I wanted to become Madhuri Dixit. I used to dance when I was 3 to 4. Since 3 to 4 year of age, I started dancing on Tunna Tunna Tata Tunna songs, and I always wanted to become an actress. But when I was in 12th standard and my mother told me ki now you have to prepare for NEET, and I was taken aback, and I told her, no mom, I want to become a bahu in Ekta Kapoor ka serial. Like, this is what I want to do in life. So she was shocked. Ki, are you serious? I told her that, mom, I always wanted to do this. I have been telling you since I was in 8th standard, I guess, since I started watching Kasauti Zindagi Ki. So she told me, no, this cannot be a profession. Okay, fine. Do one thing. First, you become a doctor because you are very good in studies and you have lot of potential. And being a doctor, you will be a real life heroine rather than becoming a real life heroine. So why not become something and inspire others? So I was like, yeah, this makes sense. So I started preparing for NEET. And luckily, I secured a very good rank in my first attempt and I cracked the seat in government medical college. And that's how my journey from being a heroine in Ekta Kapoor serial to doctor came true.
Wow. Uh, this is something that I can relate to because even I wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
I've had other plans. Uh, so, Dr. Garima, as you said, you're the first doctor of your family. So, how it was for you to prepare for the medical entrances? We've heard that NEET is, very challenging, and many students just give up on the thought of becoming a doctor because they have to clear NEET. So what is your take on, today, the pattern of today's exams, NEET? So what is your take on that, and what did you do to clear your exam in the very first attempt itself?
So see, I personally think that NEET is one of the toughest exams in our country. This is my personal opinion, and I think it is true. It is very difficult. Cracking NEET is not a cakewalk. Not everybody can do it. But you know why there is so much fear about NEET is because people take lot of pressure. Like students have lot of pressure. Parents put too much pressure on their children. That's why the fear is more than the difficulty of the exam, I feel. So in my case, I did not take any pressure. Neither did my parents pressurize me to become a doctor. Like they just told me, "Ki, you are good in studies. Just try this. If you can clear NEET, then fine. If not, तो चलेगा कोई बात नहीं. एकता कपूर का serial तो option है ही. Don't worry, but just give an attempt." So I never took any pressure on me कि I have to do this only. अगर नहीं हुआ तो I'll die. There was nothing like that. I just took that exam as an exam. I just studied. But yeah, I did study for 7 to 8 hours a day. So 1 year of complete dedication. And I think it was not very difficult for me to crack that exam. But yes, you have to give, like, completely submit yourself for 1 year to prepare for that exam. This is what I feel. Like you cannot go to your best friend's birthday party or your chacha's or mama's engagement and wedding or go to a family trip and then crack NEET. It is not possible. Like you have to balance your life in a way where you are studying also, and some time like 2 3 hours you can give for extracurricular activity, but majorly 7 to 8 hours in a day you have to study to crack NEET.
So it's like चाहे जो भी कर लो पर वो 1 या 2 साल we have to be very dedicated to, you know.
Yes, and that is also actually a scam. Like first your parents will tell कि बेटा एक एग्जाम है बस नीट है क्रैक कर लो फिर तो क्या उसके बाद लाइफ अच्छी हो जाएगी बट दैट इज ऑल्सो नॉट ट्रू इफ यू हैव टू बिकम अ डॉक्टर देन यू हैव टू बी मेंटली प्रिपेयर्ड दैट फॉर द नेक्स्ट 10 to 12 years of your life you have to study. Like NEET is only the first step of becoming a doctor. Like you crack NEET, then you go into MBBS, and when you enter first year of MBBS, you realize that the syllabus is completely different from what you have studied from first to 10th standard. It's completely different. You have to study human body, physiology, anatomy, everything, biochemistry, like everything, every cell structure, because you're going to handle a real patient, a real human. You are going to handle in future. So for the next 10 to 12 years of your life, you have to be committed. And if you are committed, if you are ready to do that, then only I feel a student should go or even think about giving NEET for becoming a doctor.
So it's a consistent effort of being a doctor, not just 1 or 2 exams, but a
No.
lifetime.
Yes, yes, yes.
You just don't stop studying, you don't stop giving exams.
You have to keep on brushing your skills forever, I feel.
Okay, so something different now. I've also seen and known about you that you won the Mrs. India title. So from Dr. Garima Chauhan and then going to win the Mrs. India title, and particularly in a country like us where pageantry, especially for married women, is often seen through a narrow lens. So what were your personal and societal perceptions that you had to face while in fact preparing for Mrs. India title after being a doctor or even without being a doctor? How was it for you?
So, as you said, that our society doesn't take the Mrs. pageant quite well. But for me, see, as I told you, that I always wanted to become a Babu in Ekta Kapoor's serial. So that was my childhood dream. And as you know, that 3 years back, I had a life-ending near-death experience. Like it was a very brutal accident. So I thought that I have lost my life. And in those last moments when I thought, ki, have I lived a great life? So I only had one regret that I did not do anything for this particular dream of mine, facing the camera or doing something for my as a childhood dream. So that's why I participated in the Mrs. pageant. By that time, I was married, so I couldn't participate in the Miss pageant. So I participated in the Mrs. pageant, and my husband was very supportive of it. Like, never did he ever say, "Ki no, why are you doing this?" He was like, "Ha ha, ja. If you want to go, you do it." And my parents also, they were pretty supportive. So yes, I participated in the Mrs. pageant, and it was, trust me, it was not easy. Like, walking in 6-inch heels is not easy, because all my life I'm used to studying medicine, and suddenly facing the camera and all, it was very difficult for me, but somehow I managed it because I think it was my true passion. So yes, and I won the crown. And I did it because I wanted to let people know, especially medical students and married women, that you can do both the things. It is not like that if you are a doctor, then all your life you have to become a doctor only. You can follow your passion also. So that's why I participated in the Mrs. India pageant.
It is very rare that we get to see such combinations. Medical professional being a beauty pageant winner. It's very rare. So now, since you already mentioned, which where I was coming in my next question was, uh, you like to trek, right? And you also mentioned that you met with a life-threatening accident, and despite that, you completed your base camp, Mount Everest base camp. So why? First question is why? Because often when we meet with such accidents, we refrain from such activities. So my first question is why? And then how did you go prepping for the base camp while being a doctor and also adhering to the restrictions that doctor had put on you after your accident? So how and why? Tell me both, please.
So as I told you, I had this horrible accident 3 years back. I was in car with my husband. My husband was driving, and we had gone to see a temple in Uttarakhand. And while coming back from that temple, our car was hit by a speeding bolero, which was not following the speed limit, and it was very unfortunate. Like, I had literally gone to visit a temple, and while coming back I had this unfortunate incident, and fortunately my husband was not injured, but I was brutally injured. So yes, I was bedridden for 6 months, and the doctors told me that chances of me being alive are next to impossible. You can only pray to God. It was that kind of situation. But over the next 6 years, 6 months, I started improving. And since you know that I'm a doctor and I'm an anesthesiologist, so I have a very active lifestyle. Like, 24/7, I'm on call, this patient, that patient, and I'm in the hospital handling all kind of emergency. And I had never really taken a break in my life. And before the accident, I think I took my health and my body for granted. Like, I never went to the gym. I used to eat all kind of junk foods, pizza, burger, pani puri, everything. So after the accident, I realized the importance of human body and health. Like, this is the best thing that you have. You should be really grateful for a good health, because I was literally bedridden, in so much pain. Everything in my body was broken. So at that time, I had no option rather than staring at the ceiling and thinking about how my life is going to be after this incident. And I decided that once I'm out of the hospital, I'll take care of my health. I'll take care of my physical health and mental health. I'll join the gym. And that's how I decided that I will go to Mount Everest Base Camp. So it was a 14-day trip just to prove myself that, I am not this person who is bedridden. And yes, I asked the doctors, and the doctors told me कि अभी 6 months हो गया है. Now you can start training for it. It's okay. There is no contraindication, but be very careful. And at any time, if you feel that you are having breathing difficulty or anything, just come back from the trek. Don't continue the trek. So yes, that's how I started preparing. I joined the gym. I worked out very hard. It was very difficult. I had to go through a lot of physiotherapy sessions, which was very painful. But somehow I got fit again, and I started the trek. It was a 14-day trek. And by the last 2 days of the climb, actually, it was very difficult for me. My saturation was around 70%, 68 to 70%. And the trek guide, he told me if it drops below 50, we'll have to reject you. So I was disheartened. And it was, I think, on the last day of the climb, my saturation was 52%. So it was just 2 point above the category, cutoff category. So somehow I did it. And I did it with my husband. So I had a moral support throughout the trek. And that was actually a very beautiful experience, you know. I felt alive again. And that's why I did the trek, just to feel alive and to prove myself that I can do anything in this life. And I'm going to take care of myself to prove myself and to God, I think.
That was great. So since we talked about, your trekking, it's very difficult for me to not ask about the diving experience you had. So while we were researching, we found out that you also went ahead for the diving.
Okay.
So is there something that you've left? All adventurous things you've gone through that. So what was this diving? Where did you do it, and how did that feel to you? And again, why? Was it the same? The reason was same to prove some yourself?
Yes, I think the reason was same because after my accident, I have become a different person. Now, like this is Garima 2.0, like second version of Garima talking to you currently. So the first Garima was a very lazy person, couch potato. She used to sit on her sofa all day and watch all drama. That's it. But now I'm a different person. So I have fear of heights. Like even if I'm standing on the seventh floor, no, I cannot look down. Yes. So this was also something on my list. Ki I have a fear of height, and I don't want to be scared of anything in my life currently because I've literally faced death. Like say death ko hi, hello, bol ke I've come back. So that's why I did the skydiving. So we had gone to New Zealand for a family vacation. Me, my husband, and my husband's younger brother. So the younger brother, like Devar, I think they call Devar. So my Devar wanted to brother-in-law. So my brother-in-law wanted to do skydiving from Queenstown, New Zealand. It was his bucket list. It was never my bucket list because I am scared of heights. But I thought, ki chalo, this is a nice opportunity that God is giving me. Let's do it. At least that way, I'll have a tick. Ki chalo, I'm scared of heights, but I have done this skydiving also. And trust me, first, I was scared. Ki whether should I do this or not. But once I went into that helicopter thing, they keep you in a flight and they take you to 14,000 feet, I guess, above the sea level. And that experience when they asked me to jump, oh my god, I cannot explain you in words. I think everybody should do it once. I know it is scary, but it is safe. Like they put you in harness and there will be a person who is a trained diver behind you and he'll hold you. And I literally felt like a bird. Like my god, it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. I was like, my god, this is life. I feel like it was very beautiful experience. If given a chance, I will not skydive again because I think one experience is enough. But I think everybody should do it once in their life.
I can see that happiness and thrill in your eyes and understand. So even I'm scared of heights,
No,
but
no, but you do it.
I will try. It's there in my bucket list, but I don't have enough courage right now. But sometime, yes, I will true try. Uh, so, Dr. Garima, we talked about so many things. You are a medical professional. You like to dance. You like to do adventure sports. You've been into pageantry and won it. You fulfilled all the roles perfectly. A perfect example of balance. So, what inner work or mindset shifts help you embrace all these parts of yourself without any guilt or burnout that major married women face? The fear of not being somewhere while doing something else, it's something that is very common in the married women these days. So, how do you balance everything without having this kind of guilt or burnouts?
So, see, I feel that I don't know why, but marriage is associated with sadness in our country. Like, people feel that if you get married, you will lose all your freedom. which is not true. Actually, I feel your real life starts after marriage. If you find a good partner who is just like you, and who will support all your dreams and ambition. So I feel after marriage, my life has become more beautiful. Like first I was alone. If I was single, I would have done this skydiving alone. But now I had a partner with me who did it with me. So I have a constant, I don't know how to explain it in words, but a friend with whom I can share my life. Like he's there 24/7 with me. So it becomes more beautiful. So I don't think that after marriage, women lose their freedom. I feel that after marriage, you get wings to fly if you have a right partner with you. And the second part of your question, that how do you balance all the things without burnout or guilt? So I have not restricted myself just to a doctor. Like I want to do all the things. So I'm a doctor also, and before a doctor I'm a human. So if I want to dance, I will dance. If I want to go out with my friends for a party, I'll go out with my friends for a party. If I want to wear a short dress, I'll wear a short dress. I'll not restrict myself because, oh no, I am a doctor, I cannot wear short clothes. Why? I want to wear short clothes, but yes, I know wear what to wear. Like if I'm going to the hospital, I will consciously try to dress up like a doctor, because I feel that you should dress according to the place you're going. Because if I'm a doctor and I wear short clothes to work, if I wear my Mrs. India costume to work, so it is not like people will judge me for what I'm wearing. But I don't want people to talk about my clothes more than my medical skill. So that's why I try to Jaisa Desh Vaisa Bhes. I try to do that in my life. And when I dance, I am a dancer. When I am in the hospital, I am a doctor. And when I go to travel, I am a trekker. So that's how I balance. And I don't think about what other people are telling me or judging me for what I do. So that's why I don't feel the guilt also, because I feel that this is my life. And if I start caring about what others are saying, then I'm not living my life. I'm living their life. So that's why I don't care what others tell about to me or what they think about me. So that's how I manage everything without feeling guilty or burnt out.
So true. I think we are all stuck in that this common problem of thinking what others think about us, and that is where the major downfall happens. So letting that thought go of you can do major wonders, I suppose. Uh,
Yes.
so, Dr. Garima, you said that you're an anesthesiologist, and this is one of the most high stakes medical professions. So, how has your experience in the operation theater shaped the way you approach your passions? Like something very freeing and expressive as dance. On the contrary, you are, when you are in a hospital, you're constantly running here and there. So, between these two things, how do you make your shift? One is very binding and challenging and very demanding, the other is very freeing and expressive. Two very opposite traits. How do you shift between that and so perfectly? How do you do that?
See, so regarding my profession, I'm an anesthesiologist, and I don't know if many people know about this profession. So, anesthesia is something that the patient is trusting you completely. He's giving you your life. So, I'm literally like handling someone who is not awake. So if there is a normal doctor, like a medicine doctor or a surgery doctor, and if the patient is coming, that at that time the patient is conscious, awake, he can take his own decisions. But when a patient comes to me, I have to put that patient to sleep so that he doesn't remember anything about the surgery. He doesn't feel any pain. Like the patient should not have a PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder, that, oh my God, during the operation, the surgeons were talking this and I was able to hear it. No, it's my job, it's my responsibility to care for that patient till the time he is in the theater with me. So I am in charge of that. So at that time, I cannot think about anything else, because I am handling with somebody's life which that person has trusted me with. So at that time, I don't think about anything else. But yes, Dance is like my therapy. So my week is very exhausting. As I told you, I have to be on call 24/7 because emergencies come at any time of the night or morning. So I don't have free time in a day. But dance is my therapy. So whenever Sunday, for example, if I know कि ये time पे 2 hour I have free, so I just switch on the music and I dance, or I go for a dance workshop. I register for a dance workshop and I learn a new dance form. See, because I cannot take a formal training, I don't have that much time to take a proper training, like week में once or twice a week. So that's why whenever I get time, I just register for a 3 hour dance workshop. It can be anywhere in India. I just register for it. It can be online or offline workshop. And I just dance my heart out for those 3 hours. And trust me, after doing that, I am just charged. Like literally, it's like therapy. I feel alive. Oh my God, this is what I'm living for. Like I find joy, immense joy when I dance. Like expressing through dance is the best way I can express in my life. So dancing is my therapy and being a doctor is my reality. So if I don't dance, I think I cannot become a better doctor because doctors also have to be mentally fit. So to survive this, I do my therapy through dance.
How beautifully you connected both the things. And I think it's a great message out there for everyone who refrains from following their passions because they're into some very challenging work life. So it becomes, so it's a perfect example of how do you manage both your passion and your work together while giving such a broad smile out there when you talk about it.
Thank you.
Dr. Garima, since we talked so much about your life, and you did mention that your partner is very supportive of everything that you do, so I would want you to let our audience know what role has your husband played uh, all throughout, in your work, in your passion, while you met with accident, and then again being with you while you were trucking. So, how has his support helped you rise to where you are today?
So if I think about it, so I today I'm a doctor. I think because of my parents. So I give that credit totally to them. If my mom would have not asked me to prepare for NEET, I would have never done that. So she motivated me to become a doctor because I think she wanted to become a doctor during her time, but due to financial restrictions or XYZ reason, she couldn't. So I'm a doctor because of my mother. She made me a doctor. But after that, after I became a doctor, I found the love of my life in my husband. He's also a doctor. He's an orthopedic surgeon. I'm an anesthesiologist. So professionally also we are linked. And personally also, obviously he's my husband. We stay together. So I think he is my best friend. So he motivates me in everything. He motivates me to go to the gym. He motivates me to eat healthy. Basically, he motivates me to become a better person. So if it was not for my husband, I would have just been a normal person, I feel. Like I would have come from the hospital, I would have slept, I would have watched TV, that's it. He loves traveling. So because of him, now I travel. I have seen 4 countries. I have visited, I think, each and every part of India because of him, because he's that travel enthusiast. He wants to travel, he wants to see the world. So the reason I fell in love with him was because he was also a doctor, but he did not restrict himself to being just a doctor. He has a personality other than his profession also. So that's why I fell for him, and I think his support means the world to me. I would have not won the Mrs. India crown if it was not for his support. See what happens. There were so many contestants who were with me in the pageant, but if the family is not supportive of what you do, so even if you want to rebel and just participate in the pageant or do whatever you want, you don't get that happiness. But if your partner or if your parents, they truly support you, so you have that aura around you कि कुछ भी हो जाए फैमिली तो है ही साथ में. So you just get another confidence कि हाँ ठीक है, my parents are there, my partner is there, कर लेंगे, ये भी manage हो जाएगा. So I think I am grateful and blessed and touch wood, because whenever I talk good things about my partner, no, we'll have a fight. I don't do. If I post good story also with him, next day we'll have a fight. So touch wood.
This problem is not just with you.
Universal.
It is there with, I think, every couple out there. Even if I talk something nice about my husband, even if he's not there, not listening, some jinx will happen.
I
Right. So that is there. But yes, I would say, three cheers for your husband, because we have Dr. Garima Chauhan right in front of us, and your energy is speaking, how you feel and what kind of support you're receiving from your family and your husband. I think this is one question that even if I wouldn't have asked, people would have known. Your energy is talking.
thank you. Thank you so
Saying everything with so much happiness and thrill in your eyes. It's just understood that you do have a great support system at home, and this is the reason you're out there doing everything you've ever wanted to do. So now getting out of this serious conversation, we have a ritual of having a rapid fire round with all our guests. So yes, no thinking. It
much.
has to be very quick, and let's have some fun that way.
I feel like I'm sitting in coffee with Karan. I'm very excited. I've always wanted to do a rapid fire. Okay, let's do it.
Hope to see you on TV as well with on the show of Coffee with Karan someday,
No,
maybe.
someday. I'll
Definitely.
definitely tell you if this comes true.
I will watch. I will be, your permanent audience. I will sit and watch that. Okay, so now a moment from the OT that gave you goosebumps.
Okay, so there are many moments because I'm an anesthesiologist, and within 1 second, also things go up and down. But I think the moment that gave me goosebumps was after my accident, like while I was a patient for 6 months, and when I joined the hospital for the first time, the first patient that came to the OT was a accident patient, and I had to do the things that were done on me as a patient 6 months back. So I think that was the moment that gave me goosebumps. I felt like yes, this is the circle of life. I received treatment, and now I'm giving that treatment to someone else, and I'm saving life of another female. So yes, that was the moment that will always give me goosebumps, and I'll always remember it.
Okay, next question. Dance for the soul or dance for the spotlight?
I think both, but I'll go for dance with the soul, because if you dance for the soul, you should show it to the world also. But dance for the soul.
Heels on stage or Crocs in the hospital, your comfort zone.
Crocs in the hospital always.
Okay, one stereotype about Indian women you're proud to break.
That women can't have it all. Like we can have it all. Like I can be a good wife, and I can be a good doctor. I can be a good mother. I can be a beauty pageant winner. I can do everything together, and this is possible. I can cook. I can dance. I can love my husband. I can work as a doctor. Everything is possible. So I think, yeah, this.
If your life were a film, the title would be?
मैं अपनी favorite हूँ.
Oh my God.
I love
I don't know
it.
that.
Yeah, मैं अपनी favorite हूँ.
A quote that gets you through the toughest days.
Uh, Kill them with success, bury them with kindness.
Your dream project, one where all your passions collide.
So there are two dream projects. I think that I want to open a hospital of my own in future, and second is dance studio. So I think that if I can do both the thing, a hospital and a dance studio, I will be like, हाँ, I can retire. कि बस कर लिया मैंने life में जो भी करना था. I want to give that happiness to others by opening a dance studio. Like I want them to feel कि how wonderful dance is, and I want to open up a hospital and help people out there. So yes.
Okay, so here we come to the end of Rapid Fire, and it was really nice having this with you. Uh, so one more question for you, which I think I would want to know personally. Uh, Looking back, what moment exactly, small or big, made you feel like this is exactly where I am meant to be or I want to be? So one particular moment where you had this feeling.
I feel that this was as I told you, I went for that Mount Everest base camp trek after my accident. So I have had multiple point in my life where I felt that this is where I want to be, this is where I want to be. But if I want to select one, so I feel that after suffering, after so much suffering, and after going through excruciating pain for the last 6 months, and when I finally climbed Mount Everest base camp and I was alone looking at that mountain and, just sinking that feeling, I feel that that was the point where I felt that this is where I want to be, which means I want to be at peace wherever I am at life. I always want to be at peace with myself and my surrounding. So, yes.
Awesome. So before we move to the last question, it's very difficult to realize that we've been talking and so much time has gone by. It's so nice speaking to you.
Thank
But
you.
then, as per the protocol, my last question would be to you, like, if you want to give out one message to women out there about, women empowerment and how to have it all, what would it be for everyone?
Hmm. So, this is a tough question. But if I want to give one message for women empowerment, I think that it would be, see, it's not necessary to have it all. Just because I feel that I should have it all, other women should not take pressure to have it all. It's okay to have one thing also. It's okay to be a housewife. It's okay to want a normal life, like, just being with your children. It's okay to raise your child and being at home. It's okay to leave that job. So it's, you should not compare your life with some other person's life because they want to have it all. So my message would be that women empowerment is not financial empowerment, not necessarily financial empowerment. You can do small things which can empower other women. For example, if you are going on social media and if you feel that a post is very nice, a girl is looking very pretty, then as a female you can just comment on that picture ki, hey, beautiful, you're looking so nice, or your smile is so nice. Or if you like some other girl's dress, ki, are wow, nice dress. Small things, it empowers other person. You don't know what the other person is going through. So, but if you give me a compliment and you don't know, but my day will be made कि अरे वाह इसने मेरी smile की तारीफ कर दी, so sweet. So small things. And in your family, in your surrounding, if you find someone who is going through domestic abuse or violence, physical or mental harassment, just stand up for that person. Like, just speak up. So even on social media, even in your work circle, even in your friend circle, if you find that there is harassment, just speak up. If boyfriend is treating your friend, if that boyfriend is treating your friend incorrectly, just speak up. Tell your friend that stand up for yourself, don't do this. Or tell that guy ki, get out of my friend's life. Just speak for the women around you, and I think that's empowerment, taking a stand.
What a beautiful thought. I think it's more into your head rather than things out there, what you feel about yourself and what you make others feel. So lovely message, Dr. Garima Chauhan. And now we reach to the end of our podcast. So I would want our audience to leave a feedback for us, how speaking with Dr. Garima Chauhan was. And also please like, subscribe, and share. And let us know what more can we bring on the table for you. And here, thank you so much for being with us, for sharing your story and inspiring others out there. It's lovely having you here, Dr. Garima.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I had a great time.
Thank you.